Hey there guys, it's Jesse, and today we're going to take a look at Maloriak, one of the final bosses in Blackwing Descent. This guy is sorta like Nefarian's scientist, and thus, this fight sort of revolves around potions. Now this fight only has 2 phases, but in phase 1, there's 3 different vials that he'll use that will sort of change the way phase 1 is. We'll get to that in a minute. But before we even talk about the vial phases, let's look at what he does the entire first phase. During phase 1 he has 3 abilities. The first ability is Arcane Storm, which shoots down electrical bolts that damages everyone in the room, but is completely interruptible, and it should be. The next is Release Aberration, which is an ability where he'll summon 3 minions at a time to help him. It's completely interruptible, and you can interrupt it if you want. I'm gonna tell you not to. We'll discuss the thing later. The next ability is Remedy, which he'll use to heal himself, but it can be dispelled and purged, so don't even worry about it. Just have the shaman purge it off of him. Now, when he enters one of the 3 mini vial phases, you'll either get red or blue to start. Red is the fire-based attack, so it gives him Scorching Blast, which does a bajillion damage and can only be dealt with by spreading the damage out across the raid, so what you want to do is have the entire raid group up on the main tank. The next ability is Consuming Flame, which puts a debuff on one target, which increases the damage by 50%. So, since you're all stacked, this one person needs to run out of the group and just get away. Now, should he go blue vial, this is the frost damage, and the exact opposite of the fire. Rather than stack, for this you want to be spread out as far away from other people as you can. The first ability is Biting Chill, which he'll cast on a target that does damage not only to the target, but, the reason for spreading, anyone near that target. The next ability is Flash Freeze, which freezes you in a block of ice that not only does damage to you, but when you break it, it does around 50 to 60k, so you want the healers on this person right away to keep them alive, and to make sure they don't die when you break them out. And need I remind you, while all this is going on, he's still using his Arcane Storm and still summoning his minions and healing, so watch out for all of that. So for the ads, you're going to want to have an off-tank running around and aggroing them all in the back of the room near the entrance. Why? Because they have this ability that increases Maloriak's damage by 20% and reduces the damage he takes by 20%. Now, a lot of strats out there will tell you to use a Ring of Frost mage in the back to help the tank out and kiting. I agree, it works very well, go with it. And with that, now's the time you're saying to yourself, wait, why don't we just interrupt the ad summon and have 2 extra DPS on the boss? Like I said, we'll get to that. Anyway, after he does both the red and the blue phases, he'll throw a green vial in the pot, which explodes, sending him into the back of the room, right by where the ads are. Now, Maloriak in the green phase takes about 100% more damage, and his Aberration's Growth Catalyst, the thing that makes him take less damage and do more damage, no longer affects him. So what you want to do is AoE them all down quickly. You should have about 9 to 12 ads, depending on if you interrupted one or not, or whatever. We'll get to that like I said. Just AoE him down. When this phase is over, Maloriak will run back to the cauldron, and the process will repeat all over again with either red or blue. Now, let's talk about the ads. There are a total of 20 ads in this fight. 18 little guys, and 2 huge dudes named Prime Subjects. Here's the deal. If you interrupt all the ad casts, you won't face any during the boss's first phase. But when he switches to phase 2, now you have 20 additional ads to fight, not to mention a really pissed off boss with even more insane abilities. So, what you want to do is kill the little ads over the course of the red, blue, and green phases. Actually, more specifically, you want to kill them in the green phase, but kite them during red and blue like I had said, you know what I mean. The point is that with 18 dead, when you go into phase 2, you only have the 2 prime subjects to worry about, who are immune to taunt, and run around beating the crap out of people anyway. So you have to kite them, which makes killing the other ads if they were up, much harder. The way my raid does it is we allow 12 the first time, and kill them all down, and take the damage, and then right before phase 2, when there's only 8 up now, it makes it much easier to kill them, and we save mana, and the transition's much easier. That's just a little thing we do. It may not work for you, I don't know, just some advice. When he hits phase 2, this is where the craziness starts. His abilities are Magma Jets, which open a line of fire towards any random player, ticking about 25k if you stand in it, and then even after the fire is gone, it still leaves a residual fire effect that does about 5,000 too, so yeah, that's not good. The next ability is Absolute Zero, which summons a sphere of ice that if you get near it, it explodes and does 50k damage and slows you, and it is not good. And the last not good thing is Acid Nova, which deals about 7,500 tick for 10 seconds. Like I said, the last phase is crazy. The basic strategy here is kite the ads, kill the boss, watch your ass, and pray you beat the 6-minute enrage timer. This phase, my friends, is fun times. Anyway, guys, that's it. That's the strat. If I can do it, you certainly can do it. And here, my friends, is the Maloriak boss kill. Watching. See you guys next time. Thumbs up, subscribe, and as always, to be continued.